Welcome everyone, my name is Jason Walters. I'm here with a guest. We're going to be basically discussing the latest in a video series, introducing drivers and cars in different classes of racing. And with that, I'm going to let my guest introduce himself.
Hey, I'm Mike Decker, and I'm the driver of the number 12 410 Wing Sprint Car. We race with the Bumper to Bumper IRA Traveling Race Series.
The IRA is?
Interstate Racing Association.
And where do you guys run?
So we run Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa, and Minnesota.
Okay. How long have you been racing?
I've personally been racing since 2011, so relatively short period of time myself.
And this is the first class that you've run, or did you run anything else?
It is, yeah. No, it's. I just hopped into a 410 Sprint Car and said, let's try this. So,
So you've been working on cars all your life, obviously.
yeah.
And you've been out at Wilmot for quite a while.
Yeah, I'm an automotive guy. I own an automotive repair business, and I've been working on sprint cars since about 1988, roughly. And just got the urge and had the opportunity and jumped in and said, let's try it.
Well, it's definitely an expensive sport to get into for your first one.
It is, yeah.
Considering some of the costs I've seen associated with this.
Yep.
And on that note, let's start with the heart of the car, the 410 cubic inch V8.
Sure, yeah. Our motors were originally built by Garrity. You can spend anywhere from about $20,000 up to about $50,000 on an engine, depending on your budget and what you want.
Okay, speaking of engines, do you guys get a full season out of them, or do you guys got to rebuild them periodically?
We typically have to rebuild them, usually at least once throughout the season.
Okay.
At least take them apart, refreshing them, checking the internals. Cost on that is usually around $3,000 to $8,000.
Okay.
Depending on what needs to get done.
Second one, since you guys run methanol, right?
We do, yeah.
How much does that usually run?
Methanol is actually relatively inexpensive. It runs about $2.20 a gallon.
How much do you guys usually burn in a night?
A lot. We'll go through usually about 40 to 50 gallons in a night.
Wow, that's a lot of gas.
So, luckily it's cheap.
Yeah, considering how little you guys run the car, that burns a lot of gas.
They do. Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of, next thing up, transline, your drive line after the engine. I know you guys usually get pushed off. Is there a reason for that?
Correct. Yeah, we do not run transmissions in race car. They are direct drive. So our drive shaft is hooked right from a coupler on the back of the crankshaft right to the rear axle.
Okay.
A complete driveline kit depends on options. Can run you a couple $1,000 up to about $4,000.
Next big thing we're going to get into, obviously a chassis.
Sure, yeah, chassis, again, many manufacturers. We run Maxims, brand new Maxim, $4,000 to $5,000. Used, you can find nice used chassis for $1,000 to $2,000 pretty readily.
Second question, what type of suspension do you guys run?
So we run various shocks. We use a lot of Pro shocks, a lot of QA1 shocks. Shocks generally run about $180 a piece brand new. I think we have about 20 different shocks that we have in the trailer.
Okay, so you guys obviously don't do the fully adjustable stuff.
We do not do the fully adjustables. Yeah. Fully adjustables, set of four, $1,500 to $2,000. It's nice that you can leave them on the car and not have to take them off. But if you wreck, you just wiped out a $500 or $600 shock instead of a $180 shock. So
true. But you need less shocks then.
It's true. Yep.
Next one, brakes.
Yeah, so brakes we run, my car we run two brakes. We run one inside the left front and then the inboard brake on the rear axle. Our brake kit that we run on the back is a Wilwood stainless steel brake. The kit runs about $800 new.
Okay.
Left front kits are about $200 to $300.
So basically you're running just brakes on two tires?
Yep.
Not all four?
Correct.
Like normal cars would?
Yep. One in the left front and one on the rear axle.
So that way you can kind of get the car to turn a little bit more and slide.
Yeah, it helps us enter the corner. The left front brake helps us slow the left front corner of the car down. Okay. These cars are really driven more with the throttle. So.
Body work. What are we looking at that?
Yeah, body work, standard fiberglass body. brand new, 60, 100 bucks. If you want to go full tilt and buy the lightest, newest, craziest body out there, carbon fiber, you can do 1,500, 1,800 bucks.
Upwards of about $2,000.
Sure.
So just to be a rough guess.
Yep.
Tires. You guys obviously run spec for your class and for your organization.
Yep.
What are we looking at size-wise?
Yeah, so we have to run a Hoosier tire. All of our wheels are 15-inch in diameter.
Okay.
Our back tires cost about $225 a piece. Our front tires are about $180 a piece. Back tires can last you one night, they can last you 3 nights. Depends on how hard you run.
Okay. Interesting that you guys go tires like crazy.
Yes.
Obviously, there's also, I've noticed on your cars, you guys have a bigger tire on the outside than the inside.
Yeah.
Is there a particular reason for that?
Yeah, we run in the wing sprint cars. You run a lot more stagger than what a non-wing car would. We run sometimes as much as 14, 15, sometimes even 16 inches of stagger. Our right rear is generally about 105, 106 inch diameter. Our left rear, we can get all the way down to 92 if we really wanted to.
Okay.
Normal, we're usually about 93 to about 96 inch diameter on left rear.
Just so everybody's aware of it, and for those who don't know, what is stagger? Just a very quick overview.
Sure, yeah. Stagger is essentially the difference in the diameter of the regular tire to the left rear tire. So if we run a 105-inch right rear and we have a 95-inch left rear tire on, that's 10 inches difference. That stagger basically is what helps us rotate throughout the corner. It helps keep the car turning left. Again, we don't have to steer the steering wheel to the left to get the car to turn.
Okay. Next we get into the thing that makes these sprint cars very unique. What are we looking at for those big giant wings?
Yeah, so those wings, the big top wings, they're inverted airplane wings. They're just made to hold us down to the ground. They run about $800 a piece for the big top wings. The nose wings are about $150 a piece.
Okay. Here's the other question. Why do you guys run the two? I know I've seen pictures of cars in the past that have only run the big one.
Yeah, so there are some sprint car classes around that run a much smaller engine.
Okay.
Almost like a crate style engine, almost like what the non-wing class does. And they'll just run the top wing. They don't have a purpose for the nose wing.
Okay.
The nose wings on our car literally help hold the front end of the car down to the racetrack. We have so much power underneath the hood. We have engines on our series that are approaching 1,000 horsepower, 12 to 1,300 pound race car. You need all the support you can get to hold that race car down the racetrack.
I know. I've seen some of the guys come off the corner with the front end lifted.
Yep.
Off of the curve.
Yep.
Which is pretty impressive in photos.
Yeah.
The other question is, what are we looking at generally for if you wanted to get a car, what would you say for if somebody wanted to buy brand new, out the door, or if you want to go for a used, what are we looking at? Just kind of an overall value.
So, if you wanted to buy, taking the engine out of the mix, if you wanted to buy a complete full roller, you can spend $6,000 to $10,000 for all used stuff.
Okay.
If you wanted to build one of these cars completely brand new, every single component, you can spend $15,000 to $18,000.
Okay.
The engine's the wild card. Again, you can find a nice used engine for 15 grand, or you can go out and buy a brand new one for $50,000.
Obviously, you guys are a little bit more interesting because obviously you guys run a little bit more interesting. I've also noticed a lot of the teams use push vehicles. What do you guys have the use for the side-by-sides or the four-wheelers or stuff like that? Is there a reason why you guys have it?
Yeah, well, our cars don't self-start. We have to push start them. So we have to have something in the pit area with us to be able to push the race car through the pit area and to get to go where we're going.
Okay.
Four-wheelers, just a standard four-wheeler, push the car around with side-by-sides. We have a side-by-side. You can have side-by-sides that are completely decked out with toolboxes on them and spare parts on them, and almost like a mobile service cart, if you will, for your race car if you wanted to go that extravagant. one of those, you're $10,000 or $15,000 if you want to go to a full decked out side by side if you wanted to.
Okay. Just cheap four-wheeler, like
Cheap
$500-600 bucks.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Just so at least people have an idea what they're looking at for
Yep.
expenses.
The four-wheeler I had at first, I got for free. So
Can't beat that. Hey, as long as it worked, decent price.
It only served one purpose, to push us around the pit area. We didn't care what it looked like.
Yeah, it doesn't matter as long as it works.
So, yep.
Trailers. I know a lot of different teams have different expenses and different things, and obviously we didn't touch that in some of the other videos I've done. But obviously we're standing in front of your trailer, so we might as well make a comment about it.
Sure. Yeah, so trailers, again, you can be in a pretty wide range cost-wise. We run the wings, so my trailer has a 1.5 foot extra kick-up on the back, so we can actually load the car in the trailer with the wing on it. Our trailer used was about $12,000. It's a 33-foot nose to tail. I don't have the room to put an extra car in there.
Yeah.
But you know, if you got the money, you can buy a 44-foot stacker and spend $100,000 and go racing that way too if you'd like.
Yeah, obviously I've seen some of the sprint teams that just have a basic open trailer.
Absolutely.
And they put their four-wheeler in the bed of the truck.
Yep.
And then obviously we've got the big semi trucks that some teams haul.
We started with an open trailer that I bought for $2,200. So I had a box on the front. I could carry 4 spare tires with us, a four-wheeler and a car.
It works.
It works.
You got to start somewhere.
Yep.
Anyway, do you want to give a quick shout out to your business?
Yeah, sure. I own the Merlin's 200,000 mile shop in Kenosha. We're a full service automotive repair facility. We're right on Highway 50, essentially 1 block east of H, south side of the road there. So stop on by. We're more than happy to help you out.
Well, before we leave, let's do a very quick recap. You guys are running the 2018 season.
Yep.
You've been doing this since 2011. What's your best season so far?
So our best season so far was we had a 13th in points in 2013. We had a couple of top 10s that year. We actually had the 5th highest passing points rating out of all the cars that we raced with that season. So it's we've had some motor issues and some problems since then, but I think we've got them here to have a really good 2018 season.
Well, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for doing this video. If you guys have any questions regarding sprint cars, let us know. Either I'll try to get a question to him or one of the others, or I'll do some research and let you guys know. Thank you guys. Thank you, Mike, very much for your time and taking the time.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.